Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be looking at the Batman Arkham Legacy rumors about there being a possible announcement on December the 12th, I think. And this date is significant because it's actually the Video Game Awards, and there have been rumors about when this new announcement will come. And just a few days ago, Slickmoth, who's a content creator here that does a lot of Batman coverage, was, speaking about this and actually mentioned this. And he got this from an insider, somebody who, is knowledgeable about all of this stuff. Now, you got to take this with a grain of salt, but this is one of those grain of salts that you have to cut into, 4 parts and then take one of those 4 parts, because I feel like this is a more plausible scenario. Now, something that I want to mention is, if you think about the way Arkham games have been announced, there have been, or Batman games, there have been Game Informer announcements or reveals. In the case of Warner Brothers Montreal, there have also been Video Game Award reveals, I think in 2009, somewhere around there. Don't cite me on that date, but there has been a past Arkham game that was revealed at the Video Game Awards. Now, why do we cite the Video Game Awards and why are we pointing to that? I think there's actually one reason, and that reason is it seems that Warner Brothers Games is very fond of the Video Game Awards. Now, think about Video Game Awards last year, and if you can, you go back and think what games were actually announced on that day. If you can remember off the top of your head, then you will remember that there was some kind of a Marvel Alliance game, and then Mortal Kombat 11 was announced. And Mortal Kombat 11 is a Warner Brothers game production, and I feel like that's exactly the same pattern that they want to take on and put this Arkham game out there. Now, is this definite, but I would say no, but I feel like that's a pattern. Have they ever done this 2 years in a row? Maybe, maybe not. I haven't looked into that because I don't want to sit here and say, oh, they did this over the course of 12 months. And then so every 12 months or every 6 months, they always do this. No, I'm just saying from the last, year and what we're seeing as rumors this year, it seems a lot more plausible. And even with the teases that we got just a few weeks ago, when we got a Twitter tease from Warner Brothers Montreal's Twitter page where it says capture the night, and then in French also put that as well, we are saying that it seems like this studio is a lot more prepared to show us what they're working on. I think if they do this, then it gives Rocksteady, in my opinion, the opportunity to launch their game on the next console platform when that comes out. So perhaps I would say if Warner Brothers follows the pattern that they used in Mortal Kombat 11's marketing, in the terms of announcing it on December whatever last year when the Game Awards was going on, which was a surprise announcement, and if they use that same pattern, then we're probably going to see this Arkham game in April, which is crazy because there was a time I went to the subreddit for Arkham games, and out of frustration I said, at this point I just feel like we're not going to get an Arkham game, and I typed something to that effect, and some of the people on the subreddit said, you need to calm down. There have been rumors, there are a lot of things in the works, there's even testing going on for this game currently. And so if I would take the community's advice and the community's word, I feel like we've gotten much closer to exactly where we need to be in terms of that announcement. Now, another thing that I feel like has put this game in this particular moment to be announced was most likely the developers or Warner Brothers probably trying to confirm how gameplay or video games are going to work in terms of the new generation. And I heard from news articles that PlayStation 5 is probably going to be coming out in holiday of 2020. So for them to sit on top of another video game that long, when 2020 is actually a year that a lot of these good games are going to be coming out, and it doesn't seem like there are too many AAA titles in Q1 and Q2, so I think it makes more sense for them to bring it out. And then also couple with the fact that a lot of the new generation consoles are going to be able to play the prior generation games in terms of backward compatibility, which provides more value for players' money. In terms of this generation, it was only Xbox One that seemed to be worried about backward compatibility, while Sony said that they couldn't pull it off, and then they put their PS3 games that was really sought by a lot of people on a cloud platform. But I think the PS5 is most likely going to be able to play games that are from the PS4, so that it's a natural progression for people who want that hardware to still feel feel like they can take their games, their library, their cloud library of games, and also play on that console as well. So I don't think Warner Brothers has anything to lose right now, or Warner Brothers Montreal, whoever is, working on this game or making the decisions, other than to say, okay, we feel like we're in the right place. We feel like we have enough knowledge. We feel like the industry and the new trends are working in our favor, however it wants to be, and we're able to release this game. And another thing too is a lot of these new consoles or consoles that are about to be released are usually sent out to development teams to actually, prototypes of them actually in some cases are sent out to development teams. And I feel like when they send out these prototypes, if they've already gone out or if they haven't gone out, they're most likely going to have similar architecture to what they've already been developing games on. So even before release, in terms of games that are probably going to try to launch with those consoles, I'm thinking a Rocksteady game is probably going to be trying its best to launch with the PS5 and Xbox's new game, just like they did in this generation a few years back. I feel like they're going to be doing something of that nature as well. So probably in a few months, they will receive a prototype, and maybe even Warner Brothers Montreal will receive a prototype, and everybody's going to start working on seeing how they will adapt their games to that. And I feel like from a developer perspective, in terms of how Sony and Microsoft are going to manufacture their next consoles, they're going to do it in a way where it's an easy flow in terms of how developers can just move, their assets, their data. I don't know how it works in the coding world, but I would, if I was in Microsoft or Sony's position, make it easier for developers to adapt their games from the PS4 generation on there as well. And if possible, even make it somewhere where they can even get the old generation items on there, because I think Microsoft is going to be interested in actually doing that. I don't know how far back they're going to be willing to go, but there's a lot of player demand for really old games. And so they might find themselves in a situation where they're going back there. Anyways, that's all I wanted to share with you guys today. Thank you very much for your time and audience. I appreciate you guys watching these videos. I appreciate your, participation. Please leave a comment, share this video if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe if that's something that you want to do. It will really help the channel. I do appreciate you guys once again, and I'll see you in my next video. Peace out.